Hello and welcome to River Cottage. So we're all locked down and I'm in quite a fortunate position that I have a beautiful farm and garden to go and get some beautiful veg from. So we've been out picking and I'm going to run through a beautiful dish today that is all about green and spring. We've got some kales from the garden, we've got some spinach, we've got some red Russian kale, we've got some lovely pea tops, some apples, some chilies, some goat's cheese. And we're going to run through a really quick and simple dish that will cheer everybody up and make everybody feel nice and happy. So we're going to take some garlic first of all, and we're going to run it across a little micrograter. This is just a quick, easy way of getting finely chopped garlic, as the finely chopping is quite boring. Pat that out and take a little bowl in with the garlic. Open up this lovely olive oil. We get this shipped on a boat with no engines from Portugal, all under wind power, so ultra sustainable. And mix that in, give it a little stir, and we're going to rub this on a bit of stale bread. So this is the bread that I made the other day. And we're going to run just a little bit of olive oil all the way over the top, and that's going to give us a lovely garlicky piece of toast at the end. Cracked pepper and a sprinkle of Cornish sea salt over the top, and we're going to pop that in the oven just to bake through. Next up, we've got these greens. Depending on how old your greens are or when you pick them, depends on how long they're going to take to cook. These have been picked about 30 minutes ago, so really fresh and delicious. You don't have to have a variety of greens. Any greens will work, any type of kale or hardy greens. Even cabbages shredded up will be a delicious alternative in this one. So they're going to go into a pan of boiling water that's been lightly salted, just to give it a quick wilt down. So we're going to leave that for about a minute. While they're cooking, we're going to get a pan on to preheat. So a nice big flared saute pan, give us plenty of space to cook in. Trickle of olive oil. And then we're going to come to our other ingredients. So we've got a nice red chilli there. We've got some crisp English apples, something like a Braeburn is really good for that, or a Cox if you can get hold of one. Once the oil heats up a little, we're going to go in with the chilli just to start that cooking off. And we're going to go in with the apples as well. Right, so our greens will be ready. Nice quick process there. So we're going to strain them off into a colander. You can see they've still got that beautiful green colour. They haven't gone grey like school dinner cabbage. And we need to give this a really good drain off, because being in boiling water, it gets a bit waterlogged. The curly kale especially traps quite a bit of moisture, and what we don't want is a watery dish at the end. There we go. Look at that, beautiful. So, chilies and the apples are just starting to soften up. Give this a really good toss around so it loses that moisture. So once you feel you've got as much moisture out there as possible, try not to squeeze it because you'll crush the greens down. They can join the apples and chilli in that hot pan. Beautiful, this is already smelling incredible. You can smell the freshness. So last few additions now. We've got this spinach, beautiful large leaf spinach. I'm just going to run a knife through it very quickly, and then that joins the rest of the greens in the pan. And that's going to take a few seconds just to wilt through. It will drop a little bit of moisture in the pan, but that's actually going to work in our favour, because the next ingredient is going to take all of that moisture up, and that's some organic crunchy peanut butter. If you can't get organic, just make sure you get one with no palm oil in, and then we'll save the planet, one jar at a time. We're going to take a really good spoonful of that, and we're going to pop that into our greens, like so. To help that mix through, we're going to give it a good slug of dry dragon kombucha. And then we're going to start mixing that peanut butter through. It takes a little bit of manoeuvring. Make sure you get that peanut butter involved in that kombucha and the spinach juice at the bottom of the pan, and that will start to thin out to make a lovely sauce around these greens. Almost a bit like a satay sauce that you would find in a normal chicken dish. See there, it's starting to bind all of those greens together. Again, the smell's coming off this amazing, rich, delicious, nutty flavour emerging from the pan. Those greens still vibrant and colourful. So we're nearly there. We're going to pull our toast out of the oven. Again, just an absolute flavour bomb garlic. We're going to pull these onto a plate. We're going to do the most important thing to do in cooking now. We're going to season the dish. Never forget to season. So a nice crack of black pepper. A handy bit of salt in there as well. Salt's really important. Always make sure you use a good quality salt. And then, again, something you should never forget to do is taste your food. So we just grab a spoon, just take a little bit out. Chef's privilege, always the first try. Needs a touch more salt. And then we have our greens. So we're going to pile those top of the toast. Doesn't need to be pretty, this is all about comfort. Then we're going to take this goat's cheese. This is rosemary ash, this is called. This is made just outside Salisbury by a husband and wife. Absolutely, probably one of the most creamy, soft goat's cheese you can get made in the UK. And we're going to be nice and generous. We're just going to get it and we're just going to tear that over the top of the greens. And then we're going to get some flowers. Again, that we picked from the garden. Not essential, but it just makes everything look a little bit more cheerful. We've got some, those are kale flowers going on there, and then we've got some marigold flowers going over the top, just starting to flower as it's spring. Then we've got some rocket flowers which will come out the polytunnel. And then last but not least, we've got some beautiful pea flowers and pea shoots as well, just to add that crisp freshness to the end of the dish. And there we have it. Beautiful plate, spicy greens with peanut butter and apples, and a lovely little bit of green stuff on the top as well. So from all of us at River Cottage, thank you very much for watching, and if you could donate to Hospitality Action, that would be absolutely amazing and support the industry, which is going through a great deal of strife at the moment. But most importantly, everybody stay safe and stay healthy. Thanks very much.